And I'm Russ McCaskey. We're glad you're with us tonight.
That's right. And new on 2 News at 6. A new law puts the brakes on efforts for Oklahoma's communities to really raise their own minimum wages.
Unfortunately, not everybody's very happy about it. 2 News anchor Stephen Romo joins us with more on what this means for Green Country. Stephen?
Yes, Russ and Karen, Governor Mary Fallin signed that bill into law this week, making it not possible for cities in Oklahoma to raise their own minimum wages. Supporters of that law say it does help make it fair and consistent throughout the state, but critics say it is just not going to work for them. Now, we talked to businesses who say forcing them to pay even entry-level employees higher than the current minimum of $7.25 an hour could make them eliminate jobs. People working for minimum wage, though, tell us they're not able to make a living on their wages alone, instead turning to government assistance or charities just to get by. Community Food Bank of Eastern Oklahoma tells us a lot of people they're helping work full-time, but it is just not enough.
They don't want to fall into the homeless trap, especially with a family, so they pay that rent first. In order to keep a job, they need to pay for the transportation to get there, and so food is often the area in which they end up finding themselves needing to seek help.
There was a bill gaining momentum in Oklahoma City to raise the minimum wage there to $10.10 an hour, but the new state law puts a stop to that. The issue is not over, though. President Obama and others are pushing to raise the federal minimum wage. Stephen Romo, 2 News Works for you.
Thank you, Stephen. Going in depth now, Governor Mary Fallin speaking out about President Obama's push to raise the minimum wage to $10.10 an hour. She says, quote, Oklahoma doesn't need the Obama administration's advice on how to build a strong economy. We have a 5% unemployment rate, and since 2011, the third highest per capita personal income increase in the nation. The governor also said we are focused on continuing to successfully create and retain jobs that pay above the minimum wage.
One other note concerning talks to bump up the minimum wage. Well, the Congressional Budget Office notes that up to 500,000 people could lose jobs because of the increase. More than 16 million people would see their wages increase, and a solid percentage of that number would rise above the federal poverty threshold, meaning less reliance on food stamps and other costly taxpayer-funded programs. We have much more details on this story on KJRH.com. You can also find the latest by downloading our 2 News mobile app.